You are welcome to this lecture, and this lecture is going to kickstart what I call the section I called the secondary strategies or the advanced strategies. Now, I use the last section and the lectures under the last section to discuss some principles, some ideas that can help your mentality, that can help you, that can correct some foundational errors, especially as you try to launch your business idea as a Christian. Now, I'll be going to some I call them advanced strategies because I'll be talking about some practical things. Yes, those I discussed under the last session were also practical. I'll be talking about some specific practical strategies. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about under this lecture is what I call the mop up resources. Mop up, I call it mop up resources or mopping up resources. Now, you need the skill of mopping up resources. Now, you need the skill of mopping up resources. I've mentioned this in one way or the other in the under some of the last lectures. Now, you as a Christian, you should, as a Christian business, as a Christian entrepreneur, you should understand that you must have that skill of bringing together the resources you have to launch a business idea. Now, this is not only useful at the beginning of your business. At every stage of your business, whenever you want to move to another level, you need to find a way of mopping up the resources that you have so that you can advance to another level of your business plan. Now, you need the skill of mopping up resources. You need to sit down with your team to gather together the resources you have at the present that you can deploy to start the new business venture. Now, this looks simple, but it's interesting that some Christians don't do this. Don't really do. Some Christians, we just want that big mighty hand of God to provide resources from just anywhere. You just want to see an angel appear to you, bringing the resources around you. Now, instead of you finding out ways to mop up the resources you have at present to start a new business venture, let me give a practical explanation. If, for example, you are a product distributing company and you have started your business for the past 3 years, you have moved from one stage to another stage. Now, you now decided to start producing, manufacturing the products. Now, that is another level of operation. What you need to do is to sit down with your team. What do we have on ground to kickstart this particular stage of our business? Now, you need to buy industrial machines. What do you have on ground to buy industrial machines? You need to approach a bank. You need to approach an investor. What do you have that you can present to a bank or the investor? So that is what I call the skill of mopping up resources. Very important at every level of running a business. Now, how do you go about it? Just like I said, prayerfully look at the business idea you are trying to launch and gather the available resources you have around you to start it. Gather the available resources you have around you to start it. Now, it's important. You should understand the necessity to pray. It's very important. The Bible says pray, tells us to pray without ceasing. It's an activity we can't toy with. Now, sit down in a quiet place and think through. When you have prayed, think through to mentally discover these resources and put them together on paper. Think through, think through, think through. After you have prayed, think through. The resources are there, even to start that next stage of your business idea. Now, what do you need to do again? You can schedule after you have been able to bring together some resources. You can schedule another thinking sessions to separate the wheat from the chaff. Pick the ones that you can easily access immediately, which can help you to get your business idea on the track of execution immediately. Now, I should understand that during your thinking prayer session and thinking session, it is likely you will list some resources that are not really relevant, useful for the business you want to start. So you need to schedule another thinking session with your team or personally to separate the wheat from the chaff. You need to separate the ones that are not really important at that moment from the ones that are very, very important, so that you will be able to now deploy those important resources to what you want to start. Now, yes, help can come in another way. Help can come, which I'm going to discuss under this section. But first and foremost, you start from inside. Start from inside. What you have on the inside can make you to start. Then help will come in another way. Now, it is important. I just, like as I call this, the skill of mopping up resources. Now it is very important that business ideas are immediately made to run, especially in our world of today, where more and more people are trying their hands on entrepreneurship. Now, most business ideas die or don't see the light of the day or get executed by another person because the owners of the business ideas waste so much time to start executing them. Now, only business ideas that are running can have the opportunity to grow. Only business ideas that are running can have the opportunity to grow. I believe you can see that on your screen. Now, if you're not running your business, you shouldn't have the opportunity to grow. Now, God can transfer a business idea He has given you to another person who is willing to run with it using available resources around me. I've observed that God has been able to inspire even non-Christians with great ideas because Christians have decided not to run with them. That is what I've discovered. I'm going to make more researches on this. Now, so many inventions, so many business ideas have been executed successfully by non-Christians because Christians have decided not to run with them, not to take actions to do something about them. Now, and God knew that these ideas, these inventions are important for humanity. So He transfers these business ideas and inventions and to all non-Christians who will readily run with them. So it is important you learn the skill of mopping resources. When you mop up resources, you begin to use them. You are acting immediately on your business idea, and your business idea can grow. Thank you very much. I'll meet you in the next lecture.